All the witnesses are here, your worships. Shoplifting, usual facts. 2 jumpers, £89. 6 packets of G3 Mac razors.
I'm afraid, your worships, my client has failed to appear.
Very well. Issue the warrant. Case adjourned until 2 weeks today.
That's a bank holiday, madam.
Oh.
You could have gone and got him.
Yeah, and I could have given you next week's lottery numbers, but I didn't.
Yo, we got our sentence today. We got a right report, right? So what did they say about me?
10 stretch, you 20.
What? I is a deprived child. Right, that only nick us because he's black.
Only nick you because you is non-aspiration, low expectation, thieving scumbags who just happen to be black.
This bear want a good licking.
Hey, don't be cheeky, William. I've known you since you were 6 feet tall. Look, put these on.
Cool, Nussie.
Right, Claire, me can't even wreck up my eye, you know, man.
Well, suit yourselves.
Trevor McDonald. Them let you drive the bus now, boy. Or are you still collecting the fares?
Threatening behaviour, resisting arrest, common assault, ABH, GBH.
Fine, but my bloke's not putting his hands up for the horse.
Sorry, kicking a horse is worse than belting a policeman.
Too bloody right it is. People like animals.
Why don't the police ever make coffee for you, Sarah?
They just don't take to a Spinky. Not the way they take to you.
What's your story?
Well, I've just finished my MCQ, so I'm hoping to do more court work.
What case do you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. Conor Riley, PYO, arson.
He's looking at probation.
That's crazy. He'll be straight around the home to burn it down again.
So what are you offering?
A psychiatric unit in Norfolk.
Hang on. Aren't you meant to be getting them off? You're a solicitor, not a social worker.
What'd you say?
Done.
Well, thank Christ the Legal Services Commission don't shell out for malpractice suits.
Well, they must do, because you're wearing one.
Norfolk could be a long way to visit.
There's no mention of parents, your worship.
And you're happy to take full responsibility for this, are you?
Yes, Your Worship.
I need to give me a dog a biscuit.
My client has a dog, Your Worship. We hope to place with the RSPCA.
Well, I suppose under the circumstances, it's the best we can do. Though I hear the Canine Rescue Service is very good.
Smashing set of teeth for a city dog. What have you been feeding it on?
Jammy Dodgers, mainly.
There it is. I knew there'd be something. John Smith is walking. By lunchtime this afternoon, he's a free man and no charges. I'm looking at Dear Simons giving the client... What is it? A chocolate orange? Exactly. Unsolicited chocolate. Now, that's virtually a physical assault in my book.
He's got a lovely temperament.
Look, we don't want a psychologist's report. We just want you to take it away and kill it.
Well, that's you lawyers all over, isn't it?
Yes.
There's nothing on that tape, Dunbar, and you know it.
All right, how about this? You're swapping drugs for confessions. When my guy's arrested, he does have a couple of raps on him, and he does manage to swallow the skank. Stop making notes. So back at the station, he goes into withdrawal. But instead of calling a doctor, you offer him a deal.
What deal?
If my guy puts his hands up to a bunch of outstanding burglaries, you'll turn a blind eye to what's going to come out of his bottom in a few hours' time.
That's pure fantasy.
After my guy fesses up to the TICs, you let him see his girl, who, during a snog, slips him a couple of jellies to be going on with. They also make you want to shit. So, out come the raps. You look the other way as he stashes them under the rim of the toilet. But my guy don't have his gear with him. So he needs some silver paper to smoke the stuff. Here we go. That's when you give him the chocolate, he wants the wrapper.
All right, we'll drop the other offences.
I'm afraid that's not good enough.
Come on, look, we nicked him red-handed.
Then you shouldn't have got greedy, should you?
Hey, mate. Nice one. Thanks a lot for that. Brilliant.
Come here. Why don't you just piss off and nick another 250 quid DVD that you can fence for a fiver to finance your £60 a day heroin habit, so you have to burgle 80 of the bastard things a week, which, if your tiny mind weren't so drugged up, even you could figure out is a worse hourly rate than working behind the counter at McDonald's. Have a nice day. That call was for you. Your domestos has just lost his place in Norfolk.
What?
Willesden Green have got a violent self-harmer, takes priority.
What about a local authority secure unit?
They're all full of kids stealing mobiles, sir.
In that case, you'll have to go to prison.
And you're happy with that?
I certainly am not. I can't think of a more dangerous setting for a disturbed juvenile awaiting allocation.
So what are you proposing?
You can't expect His Worship to be responsible for sending a disturbed juvenile to prison.
But he already is.
No, I'm not. I sent him to a psychiatric unit.
Where there are no places available.
Which is why His Worship can't intervene.
You see, the Home Secretary stopped me from sending disturbed juveniles to prison 3 years ago.
Then why is he still going there?
It was only abolished in 2001. It's not been phased out until 2005.
And this wasn't my idea. Anyway, I'd have been happy to give him probation.
Yes, you agreed to take full responsibility.
How'd you get on with that dog, by the way?
The RSPCA came to pick him up, sir.
Oh, well, that's a result, at least.
Where's the new boy? Has he quit, or haven't you told him one of your jokes yet?
Who's got William Dehaney?
I have. But you can bog off. I'm not making any deals with you today.
Well, who's rattled your box?
John Smith. I suppose you're happy that a vicious and violent thug walks away on a technicality.
Look, he's a sad smackhead. And I have to get what I can. I haven't got David Blunkett on my side.
Yeah, well, I work for the Crown.
No, you work for a clown. Because every time you lot lose a case, he abolishes another cherished freedom that goes back to Magna Carta. The right to silence, double jeopardy, previous convictions, trial by jury. Oh, dear, Spinky's cocked up again. Better repeal another one.
When did you suddenly become a gladiator for truth and justice?
No, I'm like Maximus Decius, me. Putting against two lions, I kill them both with my bare hands so they chop off me legs, but I still kill the next lion. So they rip out me arms and send in a tiger, but I headbutt that to death. So then they bury me up to me neck in sand and release the final lion. But I move me head and bite its bollocks off, and Emperor David Blunkett jumps to his feet and shouts, "Fight fair, you bastard, fight fair."
Your witness?
The wheels are spinning, but the cage is empty. Thanks. Any joy?
No.
Did I ask you to stop and scoop, did I?
No.
No, I told you 3 things. 1, don't let them say anything. 2, don't you say anything. And 3, don't believe a word the police tell you.
You forgot the legal aid form.
That's points 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Mr. Gulliver, was it you leaving messages for every probation officer in town?
Yes.
Well, amazingly, one of them got back to you.
Isn't there anybody you don't want to help?
Yeah.
You.
You won't be the only black kid in there, and I'm giving them this letter insisting that they look after you properly.
I don't want no black boys. They just hit harder.
Listen, Derek, anyone touches you and you tell the warden, yeah? They're there to protect you.
What's a stoosh like you know?
How was it as a kid?
Not very often.
Every day as it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was a Baptist, so he used to come down for breakfast and give me a clout round the ear and say that was whatever I was going to get up to today. I even got a clout at Christmas.
But you still stoosh, right?
I don't even know what a stoosh is.
You know, like rich.
I wouldn't say we were rich, but we were comfortable.
Come on, man. You don't know what stoosh is. You gotta be stoosh, innit?
All right, I'm stoosh.
I took a lot of slaps to be stoosh. Yeah. You can have this.
Why?
They won't let us take it in, will they?
No. No, I suppose not.
Don't you like breezes?
No, they're fine.
You're like, thanks. You don't have to drink it now.
Taking account of your records, we have decided to sentence you, Michael Gates, and you, Sean Riley, to 6 months and 6 months concurrently.
Where you been?
Dropping Derek off at his birthday.
But in the case of William Dehaney, we have been persuaded by representation and will suspend the sentence in favour of 2 years probation.
Thank you, Your Worships.
Yep. It's not bad, Spinky. It's always a pleasure to see a couple of stills go down. Isn't that right, William?
Stills?
Canteen Joe. Police used to call them groids before a memo came down from the super. Now they're called stills because they're still groids.
Groids?
Should have worn their specs, shouldn't they, William? Cheer up. I'll be out in a couple of months for remission. Nice. You see? Don't expect gratitude. Expect the little bastards to gob in your face.
Maybe you should have worn specs too.
Look, I do my job. I do what I can for them, right? But don't ask me to take them home with me. Don't ask me to be their brother or their cousin or their uncle, because I don't like them. Not their skin, you understand? Their fucking attitude.
Do you play pool?
Never.
I'll teach you. Come on.
Paul.
Paul. You don't seem to have your eye on the ball.
Like I said, it's not my game. I don't even know the rules. And you're losing.
So, imagine we're in court, and instead of a cue in my hand, I'm wearing a wig. Now, it's still not your game, and you still don't know the rules. Maybe that'd get to you. Maybe you'd resent it. Losing game after game, with my face staring at you from behind my silly wig saying, I don't like him. Not his skin colour, you understand. Just his fucking attitude. Maybe you'd want to gob in my eye too.
You really drink that stuff?
No. Just carry it around for luck.